Department of Justice has opened up an investigation, and Michael Horowitz, as the IG, is looking into an investigation on what exactly is the FISA process leading up to the 2016 election.
So we've known about this in the IG and the investigations going on there into the Hillary Clinton email server, and a lot of the information we have, and we're going to talk a little bit about Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, have come from that. Now they're saying we need to expand that investigation into FISA abuse. Basically, was the Trump campaign actively spied on? How far and wide was it? The question is, will it be sufficient or not?
So it's basically investigating to find out if the Democrats broke the law by using this dirty dossier to spy on the Trump campaign. If the Democrats did that, then that is illegal because it is spying on their opposition, essentially.
Right, and everything that you give to this judge, since there's no defense attorney, has to be 100% authenticated or said, you know, I made this up, take it what you will. Was it formally vetted? Bob Goodlatte, he's House Judiciary, and he's actually retiring committee chairperson, said it's about time.
This is far beyond what a few Democrats or a lot of Democrats think about Donald Trump. This is about how the government, including possibly the White House and the Obama administration, but certainly the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Justice Department, may have subverted justice in the dramatically different way they handled the Hillary Clinton email investigation and how they attempted to conduct an investigation into the Trump campaign. It is stunning how that contrast takes place here. Everyone should be concerned about this because we don't want the same thing to happen in the next election. You can't have the most important law enforcement organization in the world conducting itself in the manner it did in 2016 and on into 2017.
I was talking to a few members of Congress today, and these are people who, don't follow this closely. They're not on the House Intelligence Committee, but they follow it just by the news, and they were shocked. They were shocked. Matter of fact, they used a few expletives because they couldn't believe that the White House, the Obama White House, was being briefed by the FBI on an investigation into the Trump campaign. They couldn't believe it. And I think that's the reaction you're going to get from most members of Congress that care about this issue, at least the Republicans. And I think you're going to see the American people.
When you have McDonough and the White House,
it continues to stink.
Inspector General's probe can't come soon enough. Here to explain, Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, couldn't agree with you more on this because we've been talking about it for so long. Right. Why didn't this investigation happen?
Well, just a little bit of background. The FBI was never perfect, made up of human beings that have political aspirations and political ideas. But when it was confined just to law enforcement, it knew how to do its job. After 9/11, when the FBI was moved into intelligence gathering as well as law enforcement, the abuses began to ramp up. It's not just Andrew McCabe. By the time McCabe got there, the concept of, you want a warrant? Go to FISA. They issue any warrant you want. That attitude amongst FBI and intelligence officials in the NSA was so rampant they all did it. Hence, the FISA Court awarding 99.9% of all warrants requested.
Which one didn't they?
In the first Trump one they didn't approve. It was so thin.
Right. In my prior life, I signed arrest warrants. This was not for this kind of surveillance. It was to break down a door to arrest somebody before they destroyed the evidence. I never heard of a ratio, a number that high, 99.9%, because FISA meets in secret. It kept lowering the standards, and FBI people who knew they couldn't get a warrant from a judge like me, where the standard is probable cause of crime, go to FISA, where the standard is probable cause of talking to a foreign person. I believe that the Inspector General will find a treasure trove, not just McCabe and company, but that is the most extreme violation we know of, because the target, the victim, is the President of the United States, though he was a candidate and then President-elect at the time. But he will find a treasure trove of abuses, going to FISA, getting warrants when the law did not justify it.
Does the IG have enough power to get to the bottom of it, or does it require a second special counsel?
I don't know the answer to that, Pete. We all know that the IG can't charge, he can't indict. And quite frankly, the best investigations are those where the investigator has the ability to drag you before a grand jury, and the IG doesn't have that. As well, the IG is limited to human beings that work for the government. So he can't subpoena you or me, even if we knew something about it, because we don't work for the government.